Good afternoon, Chicago Early Learning Partners. My name is Alia Bannister Beatty, and I am with the Children's Services Division's Communications Division. And I am here with Christina Vera. Hello, I'm Christina Vera with Vera Creative. And we would like to thank you and welcome you for attending and viewing the CEL Recruitment webinar. Just to get some basic things out the way, this is a pre-recorded webinar, so if you do not have the time at this moment to view it, you can view it later. But I will now go over the agenda. So we're going to basically talk about the 2019-2020 application launch materials that, of course, all of you have already heard about from a lot of our EDPD meetings. We're going to re-review the focus group findings and also talk about the CBO recruitment materials and resources, provide you with the timeline, and discuss the citywide effort. I know all of you have heard us constantly mention that the Chicago Early Learning online application was coming up. When will it be released? When will it be released? Well, it's finally here. The 2019-2020 application launch will launch on April 30th. You will receive materials that you can pass out to families to let them know. This will also be provided in a CSD update. So just so you all know, April 30th is the launch of the online application. And now I'll hand this over to Christina Vera to discuss the focus group feedback.
Thank you, Alia. So I know we've talked about the focus group feedback a couple of times at the EDPD meetings, but we wanted to talk about it once more here for maybe some viewers that didn't attend the meetings, just to give you, to set some of the groundwork for the reasons why we're doing new things this year and what we're doing this year. So we conducted a total of 9 focus groups in October. We had parents of 4-year-olds enrolled in Chicago Early Learning programs. We did 2 English focus groups, 1 Spanish focus group. We did focus groups with CPS teachers, clerks, and principals. We did 3 of those groups. And then we did 3 groups with CBO teachers and administrators. So all the audiences were asked about the following topics during the focus groups. We talked about recruitment and enrollment, the application process, marketing using the Chicago Early Learning Initiative, and the differences between community-based preschools and CPS. So while a location and proximity to home are key factors, parents really cared mostly about the school environment and the structured learning. Those were the most important factors for parents. Data supported this, as 29% of parents reported that safety was the #1 factor in deciding where to enroll their children, and 25% reported that location was the #1 criteria in selecting preschool. So parents want a location that's close to home or close to, grandma or close to work. So location was a big factor for parents. Further survey data showed that parents also felt strongly about teacher qualifications, with 31% reporting that qualified teachers are the most important factor in choosing a preschool. So when you're talking about your schools, I think it's very important when you're talking about your centers, it's important to really talk up your teachers. That's important to parents. So according to survey data, attributes such as healthy meals and medical care are less important for parents when they're selecting a preschool, as many of them feel like they could get those services elsewhere. Some parents believe that a community-based preschool was more play-based and play-oriented and daycare-oriented. Most parents lack knowledge around the benefits of play-based learning, and they felt that homework and worksheets and more academic activities would better prepare their children for kindergarten. So I think it's also important that we educate parents on why play-based is important. However, you can reinforce that in your centers. Talking to parents about what children are learning while they're playing, I think is super important as well. The survey data also showed that 38% of parents stated their child was waitlisted prior to enrolling in preschool. So some of the feedback we heard from you, the community-based organization leaders, was that word of mouth is paramount for your enrollment. All of you do some form of outreach in your communities to raise awareness of your preschool, such as partnering with healthcare centers, other social service agencies, such as WIC offices. So you're really good about those community partnerships, and you use it as a tool for recruitment. All of you develop your own variation of marketing materials to showcase your program and your organizations. Many of you also use social media in some form to market your program, more so than CPS does. You also are much less reliant on the parent navigating the online application process and the website. Many of you also keep your own wait list and documentation of walk-in inquiries. Additionally, we heard from you that you really did like the banners, and some even expressed that they would like to see larger banners. But one thing that we heard over and over was that you wanted to see your own logo on these banners, in addition to the phone number and the name. And then we also heard that you would love the support from Chicago Early Learning with the ability to customize materials with specific program information, such as your hours and your logo. So we heard that over and over. You also want materials that help differentiate your program to parents and show how you're academically on par with CPS. So something that shows what's different about you, whether you maybe have a large gross motor room, or maybe you have some Montessori elements, or whatever makes you different, whatever sets you apart, you want to be able to express that in the marketing material. So, so I'd like to introduce some of the things that we're doing new this year. So based on your feedback and based on the support from the leadership at DFSS, CPS, and the mayor's office, we are doing some new things this year.
Exactly. We're rolling out the new digital toolkit. We've been discussing it and talking about it at most of our EDPD meetings, and now we are ready to roll this out to you all.
So the digital toolkit is available at celresources.org. On this website, it's very simple because we're just, want to get straight to the point and offer you the tools you need. So you'll be able to order your custom materials at the site. You'll be able to download some general materials. You'll be able to watch training videos, and those training videos will be updated monthly. You'll be able to get social media assets, so images, stats, some sample copy to use on your social media. And you'll also be able to view a citywide outreach calendar, where you'll be able to see what events throughout the city the Chicago Early Learning team will be out there recruiting on your behalf. So the 2019 materials that we will be providing to each site are a customized banner, and if you see on the banner on the right, there is a spot for your logo to be placed. In addition, you'll receive a customized flyer, a customized poster, customizable door hangers. So the door hangers will have a blank where you could add a label with your agency information. And then optional, you can receive other language banners and flyers. So if you need materials in Urdu, or Arabic, Mandarin, Polish, you could request those as well. So the 2019 banner is different in this year in that, number one, there's a space for you to put your logo. Also, if you are an agency offering universal preschool, you have the option to have that UPK messaging on there as well. So we will have on the order form, you can select whether you want UPK on your banner or not. You will also be able to upload your own agency logo to be added to the banner alongside the other departmental logos. We also thought it was important that we maintain some continuity of brand. So we kept Look What I Can Do because in our focus groups, it performed so well. Parents, I sat in on the focus groups and I saw parents like literally super emotional saying,
it resonated with them.
Yeah, they're saying, I want that to be my child. I want my child to think that they could be a scientist or they could be a judge. And so it really resonated with them. And with the introduction of UPK, we want parents to know that this is still the same Chicago Early Learning program. So we thought it was important to continue with that brand. So the flyer, you'll have the opportunity to, we will insert your logo, and we will also insert some customized program language. So if you want to say something about your program, whether you want to say we have a large gross motor room, or we offer Spanish, or we have, I don't know, cultural sensitive meals, whatever you want to say about it. I don't know what some of the things, yeah. So you can add your own language there. We have a limit of 240 characters. As you can see, the space on the flyer is limited. We like to try to keep it as clean as possible and not overstuff the flyers with too much information. So, so we have created that space for you there. So, so in terms of, just to wrap up on the materials, there's the banner, the flyer, there's also a poster and the door hangers. So the timeline we're looking at here, we have the general materials that are available now at Chicago at celresources.org. And that's just the flyer that won't have your custom information. It'll have the general hotline number and the general website. Those are available for download now. Then your custom materials, we will include, could we include a link at the bottom for them to? Yes. Okay, so we'll include a link at the bottom for you to order your recruitment materials, and those orders are due April 19th. Yeah, and that link will also go out in this CSD update. Yes, you'll see that. So those orders are due back to us by the 19th. And then you'll be able to download your own custom materials by May 6th. So if you want to download flyers on your own, you can. But then we're going to deliver the printed materials starting the week of May 27th. So you'll receive a bundle with your banners, your flyers, your posters, and door hangers, customized with your name, logo, and information the week of May 27th. Training. So we hear loud and clear that more training is needed. You know, you have new staff, you have staff that maybe doesn't have as much experience in marketing. So we want to add monthly training to the digital toolkit. And we're still collecting feedback from you all on which trainings are most important to you. But some of the ones that we've heard so far are social media training, community partnerships, and then telling your agency story. A lot of people call this like your elevator pitch, exactly. How to talk about your agency in the community in a way that's compelling, concise, and consistent. So, so we'll offer a training on that as well. And those will be available all the time on the digital toolkit. So if you don't have time this month for training and then next month you want to go back and do all the trainings, they'll always be there for your use. And then citywide, the city is committed to really just reinforcing the message. You know, you think about it, if a parent sees this campaign on a bus, then they see it on a billboard, and they hear it on the radio, and then they see it in front of your center, they're going to know that your center is part of this big picture. They're going to know that your center has the City of Chicago seal of approval on it, and that it is a quality program. You know, those that don't know you well will have seen the signage, and they'll know that you're part of a bigger picture, the Chicago Early Learning Initiative. So citywide, the marketing efforts are event outreach. So we'll be at events throughout the city in partnership with Action for Children and Kofi. We'll be out at the Taste of Chicago, Fiesta del Sol, all those, Black Women's Expo. We'll be at all these very cool events, recruiting on your behalf. And we're also going to have billboards and CTA ads throughout the city. We'll have radio going on urban stations like WGCI and V103. And then we'll also have social media. So we have social media going on. We'll do targeted social media and videos. And then community print. People still really do read those community newspapers like The Defender and Austin Weekly. So, so we will run ads in those as well. And that's all we have for today.
So if you have any questions in reference to any of the information that you received in this webinar pertaining to recruitment and marketing, please do not hesitate to contact myself, Aaliyah Bannister Beatty, at DFSS Children's Services Division and Communications at 312-743-2020, or you can contact Christina Vera. Of course, I have Vera Creative at 312-342-2280. I just would like to thank Christina Vera with Vera Creative.
Thank you.
For collaborating with us on this initiative. And we look forward to working with all our Chicago early learning partners and ensuring that we are delivering high quality services to our children and families. Thank you all, and you all have a wonderful day.